real awkward and clunky. 1 resource, no ice, a bunch of Empresses. Yeah, seems decent. It's got an ice to guarantee our 3rd resource drop. One of the things I really love about this Empress deck is, you know, because you're Mono Sapphire, if you have resources, you're going to get to play your cards. Looks like the Diamond Wild Conscript deck we played against earlier. Skittering Cultivator is a great pickup here, so we're going to go ahead and grab a resource, so we get to guaranteed curve into this. Yeah, right? Why wouldn't you have a bunch of downtime? I don't understand. Are there decks I would recommend against Angus Riddlings? I think the Sapphire Diamond control deck that Burgle top 8 at the Bash with this past weekend has a very reasonable matchup against both the Mono Ruby deck and Riddlings. I think that is definitely one of the best decks in the current format. If I had to pick the 5 best decks in the current format, they would be Riddlings, Ruby deck wins, Sapphire Diamond control, Empress, and Bloodwild Deathcries. Would be my picks for the 5 best decks. I'm going to attack with this. They're going to chump here because they want to bring this back with their champion power and then use it to conscript again. That's really awkward. Do I take the coin flip on Transmogrifade killing this? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to. This is a little loose. We could lose this coin flip. We lost the coin flip. That sucks. They can't bring it back with their champion power now, at least. We got that going for us. There's a chance that would have turned into a Polyberry pouch, and then they wouldn't have been able to block and kill my Skittering Cultivator there. Trial of Totems, Flight, and Swift Strike. It's scary. Maybe I'm supposed to play P.R.O.M.P.T here because it's more resource efficient, but at the same time I want to get Tribunal Magistrate out here because Tribunal Magistrate says every time my opponent plays a non-resource card, they get 2 eggs in their deck. Extending our cards is cheating. That's really good. It's going to close the game out really fast. I'm going to play this Commander P.R.O.M.P.T out, which gives my exhausted troops +2 power, my readied troops +2 defense. If we live 2 more turns here, we could be okay. So I'm going to get to play Skittering Cultivator, and then I'm going to get to exhaust it to the Consult the Talons here. I think this is right. If we don't draw a Copycat, we're going to die. Alright, there's Copycat. So let's play this out. Then this Copycat costs 0 resources to play. It requires we've played 5 Sapphire thresholds. It's going to go ahead and copy this Gallant Duelist. So I'm going to get a 7/8, and they are going to. Oh wait. So I could use this. This is socketed, so if I have Diamond, it gets Flight and Swift Strike. So let's do that. Sweet. Go ahead. If they have removal plus a conscript here, we're dead. But I think this is our best chance to actually win the game here. You're very loud, Declan. Alright, there's removal. Do they have a conscript? If they conscript something, they make both their guys larger, which is going to be enough to be lethal for us. Oh, we know they have a Valor. Okay. No, did not draw a Transmogrifade or a Runebind there. Kind of unfortunate. Extra Transmogrifade sounds great. Runebind seems a little bit medium in this matchup. I guess it's not really better than the rest of our cards, is it? Is Runic Diminishing? No, Runic Diminishing is to get rid of bonuses. Yeah, I think I just want to, like, keep the pedal to the floor here. Like just bringing an extra Transmogrifade. That sounds fine. I'm going to play this out and play an Arcane Focus here to start. We got 2 Empresses here, which is great. I would love a Consult the Talon to help us gas up. Hi, you want it open? Open. There you go. Can the totem gain steadfast? Does it gain steadfast? I mean, Runic Diminishing doesn't change that, right? Runic Diminishing doesn't take away any modifiers. I'm gonna focus here rather than play Empress, I think. The illusion of choice. God, that card is so much worse. The guidance is unreal. It's unreal how much worse that card is, the guidance. Right on time, Skittering Cultivator. We'd have hit the Skittering Cultivator last turn, we'd have been able to consult this turn. Empress going. Next turn we could go Skittering Cultivator, Consult the Talons. Caleb with the host, thank you very much. Welcome to folks hanging out in Caleb's Shadow. We're playing some Hex Shards of Fate this morning. Grandfather Totem, yep. Do you have a conscript card right away? They do, so I assume this is going to get steadfast. Or spell shield, yeah. Let's do this. We need a bunch of Venom or Tribunal. We need Tribunal Magistrates and Copycats at this point. Okay, focus, looking for Copycats. Hearts Whispers, okay, I guess. We might be able to race this. Can't target that because of spell shield. So next turn we'll get to make 2 things with this. And then we get to go prompt Copycat, but then we don't have a way to exhaust this again. This thing's gonna get really big really fast. Here you go. Help, please. Say help, please. There you go. Well, they can't attack with this. Wait, what? It's not gonna come back, opponent! Are they dead? They might be dead now. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... This is 1 Venom, this is 2 Venom. So each of these are gonna be 7. That's 14... 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Commander P.R.O.M.P.T plus Copycat is +4 on each of my troops. This would be 15. Okay, yeah, they're dead. Alright, good talk. Good talk. Good chat. Can I interest you in a little commanderly? 27, I believe? Yeah. Alright. Don't think we're changing anything. Just like Yen, pedal to the floor when I get him dead. Is Confounding Ire worth having in my deck? I feel like I just want to be running them over, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna try and run them over. Yeah, this deck punches hard and fast. Get a game 3 here. Yeah, this hand's great. Needs like a Consult the Talons to be perfect. Needs a 4th resource at some point too, I guess, but Consult the Talons would be ideal. Think I'm gonna guarantee a resource with this. Whenever they conscript, these get bigger. Do they have a conscript card? They don't. It's good for us. Coins a little annoying. Would prefer non-slow resources. They attack with these. I don't think I'm blocking because of Totem Trap. Alright, now we're blocking because they don't have resources up. Transmogrifade's pretty good. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. Yeah. I don't think I need to hold up Transmogrifade this turn. Nah, I probably should, right? Yeah. Just gonna play the coin out. I'm gonna go like Elder into 1-cost conscript thing, or Totem into 1-cost conscript thing. If they're doing that though, I'm gonna get to untap and go Magistrate, along with like some Spooters. So if I get to, if they don't kill this and I get to untap and do these Dreadlings are gonna have 9 power. Which is like pretty decent plus. Oh. Each player's maximum hand size is reduced by 3. Sure. Flight and Swift Strike is real good on that. Oh, I get to Transmogrifade this, right? Okay, yeah, so rewarded for having played my slow shard last turn. Because now I can Transmogrifade this. I have a 3-2. And then hit this. And then go Magistrate and decap my Magistrate. These turn into 9 power dorks, I believe. Yep, look at that. I'm getting good at this Empress math. Alright, punch it. Check it, see? Wreck it, see? Down 7. If Clash of Steel here, we could be sad. Diamond's favor, sure. Okay, that's not Clash. I'd say, if they clash us, we actually keep the Skittering Cultivator. I like this deck a lot. It has a lot of play to it. I'm gonna start with this because we can hit a Magistrate. Mr. Promptly. That's a pretty good one. If they want to kill this, they have to double block it. And if they double block it, that means they're taking 6. So I think I'm fine with that. Yellow Hat with the host. Welcome to folks coming over from Nassif's channel. We're hanging out playing some Hex Shards of Fate this morning. This afternoon now is a fully digital TCG. It's very similar to Magic. Has a really awesome competitive scene. They have two $1,000 cash tournaments that you can play every single weekend. It's got a full buy, sell, trade, secondary market. You can interact with your opponent's cards on their turns, just like everything I want as a TCG player without any of the mess that is Magic Online. Alright, so this is going to ready and make some dorks for us. We just Commander P.R.O.M.P.T here, right? Commander P.R.O.M.P. gives all of our exhausted troops +2 power, so it's going to make all of these have 3 power, so one of them connecting is lethal. Alright, sweet. We are playing kind of an aggro-control deck right now. It plays some aggressive threats and then basically Lord-type effects to push through lots of damage very quickly. It has some tempo cards that unsummon or interrupt our opponent's cards when they're playing them out to kind of put them on the back foot while we pressure them. Aggro combo. It does have a combo element too, right? Like, because when you Commander P.R.O.M.P. with a couple of Copycats, you can push through lethal damage on like turn 4 or turn 5. Sapphire-based control decks are cancer. Thanks everyone for hanging out here today. I really do appreciate it. Remember, if you're enjoying, hit that follow button. Hit Platinum over the weekend. Hope I can be Cosmic after I get back from Gen Con. Sweet. Yeah, remember so Hex's ladder seasons run for 2 months long, so you have 2 months to get from the bottom all the way up to Cosmic, earning those free ladder rewards. So the ladder season closes out on the 31st. And then remember, if you're at the top 64 of either their constructed or limited ladder at the end of the season, you get invited to the CCS tournament. I've played in, I think I missed one of those last year when I was grinding on the Open Series, but I've qualified for every single one of them. It's a $5,000 cash tournament that 120 players get to play in. Kinda great. There weren't any Empress decks in the top 8 of the Bash 1K this past weekend, but I was just outside. I think someone top 16 with it. Yeah, your draw kind of dictates, like, what lines you're taking and, like, what role you're taking in your particular matchup. And I really enjoy decks like that, too, where, like, the role you're playing kind of pivots depending on your draw and, like, how the game is playing out. It makes the gameplay a little bit more dynamic as opposed to something like the Mono Ruby or Mono Red decks in Magic where, like, you're the beatdown every game, and when you're not the beatdown, you're losing. Oh, right, I saw that, Mokog. Have you tried Heart's Whisper in the deck yet? I saw you were playing just the pretty stock 4 Shardsworn, 4 Consult build. You do anything interesting in your build for the Vault last night? Elwens? You played the afternoon Vault that you 4-0'd, right? Yeah, Whisper has felt good for me. Okay, so you're on 4 Whisper. So we cut the 4th Whisper for a 3rd. Okay, so you're basically playing the configuration we're on? Okay, yeah, it seems good. We cut the 4th Whisper for a 1 Sapphire Coins, the 23rd resource. I think that's been good. Hitting your resources more consistently is good. I think the math said, like, you hit your 3rd resource drop on time, like, 2% more often with 1 more shard in the deck, so it seemed like that was worthwhile, adding 1 more resource. I think this hand's fine on the play. Opponent's likely playing Redling, so one of the things that's neat in Hex is these pictures we have here are not just cosmetic. They determine our starting life totals. You see my opponent has 24 and I have 23, and they also kind of give you some information so we get to make informed mulliganing decisions before the match starts. These matchups can be tough. I think Empress plus Runebind means it's probably fine, especially on the play. I think if we were on the draw, this hand would be a little bit slow, and I'd probably throw it back, but I think on the play I could just go Sapphire Tribunal Magistrate on 3, and then Empress Lock on 4. Yeah, the Frostbite in the past just haven't been impressive. I really felt like I haven't needed them. The Frostbites might be okay, but like the passes really feel pretty mediocre. I feel like I have to dilute my primary game plan to board in too much. Yeah, ideally we want to find like a Commander P.R.O.M.P. to pump up the Empress here at some point. And then there's a Lackey, so like, again, being on the play is fantastic here because they played a 4-4 and we're going to play an 0-5 out here. So the deck I'm playing, in addition to having like aggressive aspect to it, it also has a prison aspect to it. This card's a 2/4 with flight for 3 resources. That says whenever we gain a Sapphire threshold, so we play a resource from our hand or activate our champion power, we get to exhaust one of their cards. And then it says whenever we have 5 or more Sapphire thresholds, our opponent's cards don't ready on their turn. So they have a Cremate here to finish our Tribunal Magistrate. That's fine. So we block. Maybe I'm not supposed to trade that for the Cremate, especially since I have Empress in hand to lock them down. Yeah, I agree with that, Ace. I feel like with Runebind, I don't have room for like more than like 6 to 7 like 1-cost interactive things anyways. There's a Commander P.R.O.M.P.T. So, Empress. Commander P.R.O.M.P.T. is the perfect draw here. So we get to go ahead and lock this down. Opponent just concedes to the Empress. Alright. Sure. I'll take it. I like cutting some of our draw in this matchup, so Heart's Whisper is a little bit slow. I like bringing in the extra Transmogrifade. I like bringing in a couple Verdict of the Ancient Kings. I think I usually just board like this. I think I'd rather have Consult than Heart's Whisper, because Consult lets me diddle my Skittering Cultivator for extra value. I don't know if I'd want like the 4th Runebind in this matchup. I think I'd rather just have Transmogrifades and a couple of Verdicts. Verdict stops Culmination in Blood if they're bringing in that out of the board, and also counters Lasgar's Vengeance. So I'm going to go ahead and submit like this. Runic Diminishing is for the Mirror Elwins. I think it's one of the best cards in the Mirror. You can't understand the psychological pressure Empress induces. I did just say diddle. It depends on the deck, right? Like, in the Empress Mirror match, it seems fantastic. This was probably a mulligan. It's slow on the draw. Yeah, draw 5th resource. Extra fuel beds. Yeah, I should have mulliganed this. I should have mulliganed for a hand that had a Transmogrifade or a 2-drop in it. What are the real costs of playing? I always feel whenever I play it, it comes back punching me in the face. So, yeah, so Runebind... The reason why Runebind seems so obnoxious is because there's a lot of decks that leverage the advantage from it right now really well, but the reality of it is, like, you don't want to put Runebind into just every Sapphire deck, right? Like, it kind of has a deck building restriction. Runebind is good in a deck like Empress, where we can take advantage of the fact that we've delayed our opponent a turn. Like, delaying them a turn means that we're going to get to untap and kill them a lot of the time. We're, like, ready our Empresses with the Commander P.R.O.M.P.T. so they don't die to the Lasgar's Vengeance when it comes off of the Runebind. Or, like, the Sapphire Diamond control deck, where it has Dark Heart to clean up the runes that it makes. How do you feel about trimming Magistrate for more interaction? Maybe. I don't feel like maybe one of these is worse than a Runebind. Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. Maybe I'm supposed to cut the 4th Magistrate for the 4th Runebind. Yeah, I like that. Do I like that? No, I'm a liar. I don't really like that. Cycle a coin, play a coin, yep. Opponent missing a point of damage there. Hack and Slay, good evening. So to play out this Magistrate here, and then next turn, even if I don't hit another threat, I can go Magistrate into Cat Magistrate, which feels pretty good. It puts up a nice big roadblock, and every time my opponent plays a card, they're going to get 2 eggs per Magistrate. Yep. I'm just going to throw this in front of here because I feel like I need to preserve damage. If they have Cremate in post-board, they have Cremate in post-board. If they want to burn a Lasgar's Vengeance to kill exactly this, they can burn a Lasgar's Vengeance to kill exactly this. Am I? I think I'm actually copycatting their Gravengeist here. Yeah, I'm going to hold this Verdict up for... I'm not going to play this Magistrate out of my hand. I'm going to hold this Verdict up for a Lasgar's Vengeance here. I'm because I would like to be able to block safely. We have big news coming. I thought the big news was the bash. Is there something else they've been hinting at? They brought in Haunting Cry. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I think I'd rather save this for something like Lasgar's Vengeance. Or Culmination in Blood if they have it. If they have Haunting Cry, they probably don't have Culmination. I don't actually think Culmination's... The more I play Culmination in the Red Links deck, the less I've liked it. Like, it's just super awkward at times. Yeah, that's probably gonna make this not be able to block. It's unfortunate. Empress, please. Ask me what it's like sometime, chat fam. Ask me what it's like to be blessed by the gods. That's fine. They're probably gonna have a Sabertooth and like just kill it anyways, but we get a turn of reprieve here. Yes, I agree. I'm gonna block these, because if they have 2 Lasgars, we're gonna be dead either way. Honestly, I'm surprised traditional sealed still exists. I feel like traditional sealed existing is a holdover from like trying to copy things from Magic. Yeah, they have 2 Lasgars, they're probably just dead. We have to draw like exactly another Empress here. Do I want another Runebind? Let's try it. Let's try it. I feel like drawing too many Runebinds can be clunky, though. I mean, like, they had to have double Lasgars there, right? So this first one is getting a resource for me. Oh, that's true, Hack. We could have picked a bunch of spiders off their deck. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, make them kill us, or at least take the draw step. I enjoy playing this deck a lot. I'm just going to guarantee our 4th resource. Hopefully we don't flood after doing this, but I really feel like I just want to guarantee my first 4 resources. This is a deck that I played in the Bash over the weekend. I like this archetype a lot. Like I mentioned, like, just the dynamic gameplay that it creates, where, like, sometimes you're a more controlling deck, sometimes you have these really explosive, aggressive draws. I find that enjoyable. No, I think I'm just transmogging this. You think I should Runebind it? You think Runebinding's better? Yeah, okay, I'll buy that for $1. They don't get assault triggers this way either. Hopefully we can run a little bit hot and they won't hit a resource for a turn or two here. They can not put the lackey back into play right away. Every time I like try to play Runebind, it's just like this awkward tempo play. I always regret it. And just like hit the resource right away and you're like, well, this is this really crappy remand. It's possible I'm not supposed to trim the Heart's Whispers every fucking time. It's possible I'm just not supposed to trim all the Heart's Whispers. Like, we just, like, don't have enough velocity when we take this controlling role. Yeah, Runebind's real good. Real good. It's got its price, the price tag it does for a reason. Yes. Yeah. When you replay the card that's been runebound, you can't scrounge it. They don't have a necrotic. That's great. We have a gruesome deed, maybe? Wait, what? We have Rust Bucket Distractor? Okay, sure. So we know they don't have a Crusader, because they not only would they have played it here, but they played Necropolis Coins that didn't have it. And then instant regret for having Fate Weaved a resource to the top of my deck. Probably transmogrifading this now. Mistake. I'm gonna block here. Okay, maybe we can, I think a lot of people missed on Runebind. It definitely wasn't on the list of cards that I was impressed with. Yep, so every card they play is putting 4 spiders in their deck, so hopefully we could just, like, live long enough to capitalize on that. I always love, when people say things are like, when people say something's cheaper than Magic or, like, works better than Magic Online, it's just like, those are just, like, a given for most things. Like, you don't have to say that, it's just, like, assumed that it's a cheaper hobby than Magic. Am I just transmogrifading this? Yeah, I think we're just going to transmogrifade that. If they want to sack it to the lackey, they can. That's fine. It means they don't get a leftover troop that can sit there and trigger assault. Take 2 again here. Alright. Slow and steady. And again, like Ace, like this is what I'm talking about. Like we've drawn 3 Runebinds this game. If one of these Runebinds had been another Tribunal Magistrate, we'd be much better off here. We'd have lethal here, right? Almost. Gonna go ahead and block here again because I'm gonna verdict this Lasgar's Vengeance. Oh. The Redlings deck is actually pretty insulated from the next rotation. None of the expensive cards in it are going to be rotating. Please. Oh, you want some Cheerios, Jacob? Don't double Lasgar me again. God bless it. Get out of here. Huh. I think I'm just supposed to do this, right? Am I supposed to attack them with these? We're definitely mobilizing off of this. I need to hold Runebind up here, I think. Am I just supposed to, like, dig for an Empress here? I'm gonna do this. God, that's bad beats. Alright, here's hoping they don't have another Lasgar in hand. Or a way to draw cards, I guess. Sometimes they have it all. Sometimes they have it all. We're dead. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. It's got double Asgard both games. Got double Asgard both games. Alright, try again. That's right, the verdicts. I think the verdicts are good to bring into that matchup. They definitely stopped the first one. We need to see Commander P.R.O.M.P.T. Or just more pressure early. So if we... So like if that other Runebind would have been the 4th Magistrate, the spiders would have been... would have had 3 Venom. They would have been 10 power each. Is that right? With the Skittering Cultivator, they would have been... With the Skittering Cultivator, the 2 spiders would have been lethal, right? Yeah, with the Skittering Cultivator, they would have been lethal. And we wouldn't have had to tap, yeah. So if one of those 3 Runebinds we drew that game had been the 4th Magistrate, we boarded out at Ace's suggestion. I'm gonna pin this on Ace. So I think it's wrong to bring in that many Runebinds. I think you don't want to draw that many Runebinds, and we just want more threats. I think Magistrate is fine, and we just want more pressure. I would have been able to tap the 3 Magistrates instead of one of the spiders with it to cast the Consult for 1 as well. And then, like, we would have won that game. We would have killed them that turn. So I think reserving poorly is what lost us that game. We, unfortunately, the way our cards lined up, we couldn't beat double Lasgar's Vengeance, but we wouldn't have needed... Actually, we would have been able to beat it with the 3rd Magistrate because we would have just killed them. So I think that's too much. And that's why, like, Elwynds... Like, what are you cutting, Elwynds, when you bring in Frostbites... When you bring in Frostbites and... Like, Treacherous Pass in that matchup? Like, what do you have room to cut? Because, like, I don't have room to bring in a 4th... If I don't have room to bring in a 4th copy of Runebind, you definitely don't have room for Transmogs, Runebinds, Frostbites, and Pass. I cut my 3 pieces of card draw. So, like, what else are you cutting? Oh, do you not bring in Verdict of the Ancient Kings? Because I think Verdict's actually pretty good. Verdict shuts down their cards that, like, actually fix their problems. So, like, I trimmed the 3 Hearts Whispers that I have. I don't trim the Consults. I don't think you ever want to cut all of the draw. Yeah, this card's so much worse than Guidance. Holy crap. Yeah, I think Verdict is actually pretty good. I feel like Treacherous Pass and Frostbite don't allow me to win games I'm not already winning. I feel like they help me, like, put me further ahead in games where I'm already ahead. Looks like a mirror match. Yeah, looks like a mirror. Our hand's got a pretty aggressive start, so it's good. That's awesome. Perfect. The perfect draw there. Play this and then Consult. And we even milled their Fate Weave, so it's extra perfect. And then we drew a bunch of resources. Okay, okay. Looking for a payoff next turn. Tribunal Magistrate of our own, or Commander P.R.O.M.P.T. Oh wait, I can copycat theirs, right? That's great. Thanks for the venom. I think I'm just gonna cycle this now. No, I don't want to cycle this now because if they Empress, I want to be able to diddle my guy post-Empress. Same thing with Transmogrifade. I want to hold that because they go double Empress this turn. We could get locked out. A copycat of their own. Yeah, I've played with Copycat plus Alchemite a little bit. It is interesting. Sure. Oh, that's annoying. Catting my cat is really good. Sure. I'd have gotten extra power out of this if I'd have waited a turn. Okay. This is loose if they have another Empress. If they have another Empress, being aggressive with this Transmogrifade is really bad. Alright, so they don't have an Empress, otherwise they would have played it out before playing their resource. Because they would want to exhaust the spider. Yeah, using your cats to stop their cats is good. I wanted to push damage, though. I feel like we had a leg up being on the play, and I wanted to be aggressive. Sure. That's pretty good. He's going to put this here, and I think I'm going to burn a Transmog on this. Again, I feel like I just need to take the aggressive line here. We're going to die pretty quickly to spiders coming off the top of our deck. Want them having double Magistrate on their side. Oh, you know what? Was I supposed to Transmogrifade this? If I Transmogrifaded this spider would have only been a 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, okay, so I punted there. I should have Transmogrifaded their Tribunal Magistrate, and then my Skittering Cultivator would have eaten their spider inside of combat. So that was a mistake on my part. I didn't count. And then they'd be down a Tribunal Magistrate. We're still not in an amazing spot, even if we did that, but we'd be better off than we are right now. Plus, this likely would have, this Tribunal Magistrate likely would just be off the board right now. Yeah, we're just flooding out. What's wrong, buddy? Dad's gonna finish this match, then we're gonna go upstairs and eat some lunch together, okay? Oh, this is, God, just all the tilt. The Forgotten Forge is gonna let them block our things profitably, too. Because they could exhaust it. Alright, so Runic Diminishing in, Transmogrifade in. Warpsteel seems pretty poopy. I think I want to keep my more controlling cards in. Empress is great. Runebind seems kind of medium. Into the Unknown is great, actually, right? Just like taking their key cards out of play. I'm gonna cut a Consult since I'm cutting the Warpsteels. I don't think we want Psychic Ascension. I don't think the matches are generally going that long. Like, that game was lost while I only had 6 resources in play. Man, Ben08 is going to have their mind blown when I talk about, when they catch up to the point where I talk about why I should have translogged the Tribunal Magistrate. Mind is just going to pop on out. That being said, I don't think that play that I made ends up deciding anything in that match. Although I guess if I would have traded the other way, they wouldn't have had the Forgotten Forge to diddle their things accordingly. So, like, my attack that last turn would have been fine and I would have had more redraws. So, yeah, very, very well could have. Seems great. Huh. Let's just try and fucking kill him. On the play, let's go Skittering Tribunal Commander P.R.O.M.P.T to curve right on out here. Ding. Am I supposed to just go bomb into bomb? I guess this starts putting eggs in their deck, which is nice. I could see merit to just like playing this next turn, so that way I can start generating more spiderlings. Alright, they left those in, which is interesting. I guess Runebind counters Transmog in this matchup. It doesn't counter Into the Unknown though. Peace Star, catch you around. Thanks for the support. This is actually gonna be our last match for the day. It's about time to feed the kids some lunch. Give the monsters some food. play out my Commander promptly. So that means if they have interaction for one of these two, the other one's still going to be there, pumping my dorks up. So we'll just smash for some amount of damage this turn. We're going to Runebind my prompt, sure. Smug Face! With the 3-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. It's a quarter of a year. Welcome back. Thank you for remembering to re-up the Twitch Prime. These cantrips get so much worse when Tribunal Magistrate's in play. Their deck just starts filling up with crap. They have an Empress this turn. If they have an Empress this turn, the game's gonna get kind of awkward. Because we're gonna play an Empress of our own. Which they do, yep. Alright, need a transmog or an Into the Unknown or something like that. Yep. 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 Yeah, the Ardent decks haven't been popular in the slightest. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised they didn't, their second cat didn't go after my Tribunal Magistrate. If they Into the Unknown me here, I could be in trouble. If they pick up my Empress. Actually, we're probably going to lose the game if they Into the Unknown us here. But if we get to stick the second Empress this turn, we'll be fine and dandy. Play out my second Empress here. I'm gonna go ahead and Copycat my Tribunal Magistrate. We're basically just like waiting for them to draw things. I'm not gonna play this Skittering Cultivator out because there's no reason to just let it get diddled. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Huh. Maybe I was supposed to put a resource on top of my deck last turn, and then I could have attacked for a bunch. There's also an argument to, like, having copied my prompt. This is 5. Alright, just swing with the board here, I guess. This is 2, 6, 10. It's exactly 15 here, so... Alright, Transmog or Runebind me, I guess. Yep, that's exactly what they do. They get 4 eggs in their deck, so we only get 2 points of damage across here, but we got a Runebind out of them, so that feels good. And yet at some point they're going to start drawing spiders, like their deck has 60 cards in it, because... Yeah, Runic Diminishing would be very, very good. I agree. Recast this Commander Prompt. Alright, go ahead. We might also be able to just win it by drawing a couple of spiders here. Like, the spiders are going to be 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. Yeah, so if they draw 2 spiders, they're going to die. This board state. So there's one spider. I guess they can exhaust it now, right? Actually. So if we draw a spider, but they have Sapphire thresholds left over, so do they have a Sapphire Shard to exhaust this, or are they going to take 9? Because if they don't exhaust this, we actually get to play the Skittering Cultivator and then kill them. Because this adds 2 power from these Tribunal Magistrates. So this is going to attack for a cool 11 if they don't have a Transmogrifade or a Runebind here. Oh yeah, Coins is super lethal. Coins would make 2 11-powered dorks at this point. Transmog and my spider. Alright, Shackles of Malice. Let's do it. Let's play some of these resources out. Holding a couple for when they draw some threats is fine, but... 61 cards in their deck. Next Spider Baby's gonna be lethal too. I assume they're sitting on some Sapphires, right? Alright. Okay, yep, sharp. Alright, so this is going to be 3, and this is going to be 6, so they're going to go to 2 here. Might as well do this before they draw a resource. $20 or so eggs in their deck. What a silly game we play. Alright, there's some spooters. Did you draw a shard this turn? Or are my spooters going to eat you? Are my spooters going to eat you? My spooters, they are like hungry. My spooters are like hungry, opponent. Alright, we got it. God, the way this game plays out, I think I want these stupid consults. I think I want these consults. What am I cutting? No, consult's not even good, right? Because, like, they're just going to, like, tap all my guys. I'm not going to be able to use it. I'm just going to submit how we submitted before. I think I like this. Transmog into the unknown, Runic Diminishings. They try to attempt it. Like, no, stop it. No. No, stop it. No, stop it. Alright, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out today. I really do appreciate it. Remember, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon or checking out our sponsors, hexprimal.com. We'll love to buy and sell Hex CCG singles if you use code Jeff5 at checkout. There, you'll save 5% on your order while also supporting my content here. I do appreciate everyone that's stopping by. If you're going to be at Gen Con this weekend, be sure to come up and say hello if you see me perusing the convention center. Yeah, going to be around most of the weekend. I will not have my normal Thursday stream, but I'll be streaming tomorrow morning. I'm gonna pop on a bit early and do some magic, and then do some hex afterwards. So go from 10:30 to 1. Huh. This hand's fine, right? I think this hand is fine. I feel like, especially post-board, the amount of times we get to... Hopefully we just don't get bodied by whatever we Into the Unknown them into. Is like the worry with this hand, so we don't have any pressure while we're doing it. Not just draw to their shard. Alright, let's get pick up. They milled over a Tribunal Magistrate in our one consult. Heart's Whisper is good. It's going to attack with this. Alright, so we're trying to dodge Empress, Sapphire Shard, Copycat, Runebind. If they have all 4 of those, we're going to be in trouble. Hopefully whatever threat they play out. We want them to go threat, Copycat, targeting threat, and then into the unknown pick up whatever they're targeting to get them. Would be ideal. I think holding up into the unknown is worthwhile here. We're winning the race on board. Rather than playing the Heart's Whisper out. Didn't attack. That's weird. That seems really strange to me. I think we're just in the holding pattern here. Just gonna go ahead and punk in with these. Especially since they're not attacking. We're pretty far ahead here, I feel like. The swings can be pretty heavy, but I feel like, especially in the context of our hands, like what's going on is good for us. Alright, no longer ahead on board. Them transmogging, that's pretty reasonable for us, though. Yeah, Shardsworn is pretty mediocre. Definitely 10 out of 10 mediocre card. With the loss of the Dreadlings gem, it's a lot worse. They don't have anything going on over there. Alright, I'm just going to play this. And I'm just going to, again, keep in the holding pattern. I feel like, since I drew my 6th resource here, I'm just going to wait until next turn so I can Heart's Whisper while also holding up into the unknown. We're behind on this race now, but we're hitting resource drops, which is good for us. Okay. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and attack for one and then pass the turn here. I don't think there's any reason for me to not leave into the unknown up. Looking for some threats. Looking for some threats. Heidi-ho, the Cheerio. Looking for some threats. Again, not gonna tap out for the Heart's Whisper. Would rather hold up some extra things here. And also have to discard if I play the Heart's Whisper. Tug Breeder is pretty ugly. You're not incorrect. My opponent moving to hand size here? We're done attacking me. Okay. Sure. Are we copycatting something? Are we playing Copycat to... I think I'm going to into the unknown a Copycat here in response to the, Oh, we're playing Empress out. Okay. Sure. Sure. You have no more Empress of Ice. None. None. That's so awkward. We just drew actually all of our interaction. Okay. Hello, Jacob. I love you. You're a good kid. Okay, I need you to not grab Dead's hand. Thank you. Do I use this on? Hey, look, an Empress of her own. Good deal. Good deal. Let's try this for ourselves, shall we? They could have Runebind here in response to this, I guess. That's fine. We're still gonna have an Empress. You think I'm just passing the turn here now? I mean, we're not losing by any means right now, right? Jake cracks me up. He knows how his tablet works and what needs to be pushed, but he likes to take my hand and his hand and make my hand push what he wants pushed. Okay, you can have the deck box, but you can't have the money that's inside of it. Here, enjoy. No, you can't have the money. Have the deck box. Enjoy. Wants to take it as long as possible. Yes! Hoagland must continue streaming. Don't worry, Hex. We're doing a long stream next weekend. Next weekend, Hex. That's fine if you want to copycat my Empress. I'm gonna Transmogrifade my Empress in response here, so I still have Empresses left in my deck. That's something to work towards, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is something to work towards.
Oh no!
No, you can't have the money. Sorry. That just worked out way better than expected. I transmogrifaded my Empress in response to an Into the Unknown, and then Into the Unknown gave me that. Okay, Jacob, I need you to get off of Dad's lap. He's gonna finish this game, and then we're gonna go upstairs and eat lunch, okay? Stop swinging the golf clubs around, Brat. Thank you. Yep. Okay. And they don't have Empress left in their deck. Make a second ruby here off of Uzzu. When your deck won't give you threats, make your own. We're just working with the cards I've been dealt here. These are the cards I've been dealt. We're gonna make the best of the situation. Alright. Speedy candles, let's go! But, what a strange game. Alright, yeah, be aggressive. What is in their hand? Yeah, can't copycat. Well, if we copycat this Lumagoth, we'll get an Empress, so, like, copycatting our Lumagoth is probably fine. The board says we're playing Ruby Diamond, right? The old guppy gloves, that was an Empress, I take it? Yep. Alright, Lumagoth's on blocking duty. We are winning the race as is. My opponent does not have copies of Empress of Ice left in their deck, so we hit it with it into the unknown. There's toddler violence going on behind me. He's not even near you now. Stop screaming. He's not even near you. You can still scream about it, huh? We figured out how to break the mirror. You gotta splash Lumagoth in the sideboard off the Uzzu activation. Splashing Lumagoth. Was a prompt draw. Am I just gonna Into the Unknown this? Yeah, I'm gonna Into the Unknown this because they probably have a Transmogrifade for this. Hopefully I don't get into trouble from doing this. But I feel like I just want to be aggressive and try and close this game out while I don't have a lot going on. I'm gonna leave this back because I feel like, yeah, that's happening. That's fine. Alright, they're dead on board. Oh, they're not dead on board. The other thing's on tap, I guess. Seven cards in hand. What are they? We know they are not Empresses. They could be literal anything since we Into the Unknown them. Yeah, you have a Tribunal Magistrate, that's fine. And before Vexstorm. Okay, yep, you have a Copycat. That's fine. Mismatched Copycats, gross. Gross, opponent, I had respect for you. Commander P.R.O.M.P.T, sure. Alright, let's hopefully make your board worse. Oh, what happens if I attack into this board? Nothing good? Nothing good happens? I'm just gonna hold the brakes for now. Just gonna pump it. They have so many cards in their hand. We've only drawn one draw spell this game. They've played 3. That could actually kill us. Dang it, Bobby. Alright, well the good news is if we draw a resource, this is coming off. They're probably going to hit us with this because it makes 2 eggs in our deck. Yep. Yep. Even Copycats are good draws because copycatting our Lumagoth turns it back into the Empress that it is underneath. What a weird game. Yeah, they just milled a cat. Yeah, they drew another Consult. I guess once you find the first, they find each other, don't they? Let's see how aggressive they want to get here. Alright, pick this up. Taking an extra 4 here. At least those end quickly. What? What a silly game. Yep. God, just mono miserable draws. Ugh. It's unblockable, Marty. It's unblockable. I think we're gonna lose this game. It's really unfortunate. Maybe the consults are too important in the mirror match to, like, take out. The games go long that, like, you can just cast them as 7-cost draw 3s if Empress is locking people out. You're okay. You're okay. It's possible I'm supposed to transmog this Veiled Lurker. Or just, like, hit an Empress or a Shard or a Copycat. We can just lock it out, though. Oh, lordy. They hit a playable one. Sacrifice a card, draw a card. I mean, alright. No, I don't think so. Consult's a card that can be good in the early to mid game, too. I gave him a treacherous pass and 2 diligence troops. Alright, we're just not destined to win this game. I gave him a treacherous pass and 2 diligent troops. Alright. Having just cast Runic Diminishing in the mirror for the first time, I'm not sure it's reasonable. God, we're gonna lose this game. Where did Commander P.R.O.M.P.T come from? Oh, because it was the Chimera bot reverted itself and made a copy. Got it. Sure. Yeah, good beat. 25% chance for that to happen? Oh yeah, 25% chance. Good beat, good beat. Good solid beat. Alright. Everything gets smaller. Everything turns into copycats eventually, ladies and gentlemen. Everything turns into copycats eventually. Are we fine, Elwins? Why did you have to open your mouth? We're fine? Really? I'm blaming Elwins on this one. This is your fault. This is completely and entirely Elwin's fault. Another give up just a draw 3. God, this Runic Diminishing card is terrible. This is miserable. Holy crap. Why did we play? Put this card in your reserves, Jeff. It'll be good in the mirror, they said. It'll be great in the mirror. It'll be great in the mirror. I guess I'm glad this is happening now and not, like, in the bash, I guess. Your father's gonna finish dying here shortly, Jacob, and then we'll go upstairs to get lunch. No, Elwins, you said we were fine. You said there were exactly 20 cards in our crypt too. Yeah, right? Just like everything's coming up Millhouse for him. No, Bob and Cheese. Bob and Cheese is the one that lost us this game. You just said we were fine when we gave them a draw 3. Just deck him, right? Alright, there's so many spiders in our deck too, like another Veiled Lurker? How many Sapphire cards are somebody go do the math. How many Sapphire cards are standard legal? What are the odds of getting 2 Veiled Lurkers on the Empress? What are the odds? Nobody tell me the odds. Oh. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Alright, you know, good beats. Beats by Dr. Empress. 298. Thanks everyone for hanging out today through that brutal savaging at the end. We're gonna have to rethink my plan for the beer match.